Okay.
Thank you.
Don't go away. Hey, Bruce, while Diana Mite's back there juggling the phones, I'd like to welcome Cole Coonce. Cole, we're talking about Top Fuel Wormhole. How are you tonight?
Oh, I'm great. Thank you very much, Lucky.
You know, you have really a gift for writing out here. I read somewhere where you were kind of compared to Ginsburg at one point.
Nice.
You know, which is definitely a good comparison. Or maybe even a Jack Kerouac style kind of.
Well, actually, I'm flattered by both. I mean, Ginsburg was obviously more of a poet, and he wrote Howl, and what I'm writing about definitely howls. You know, nothing howls more than a Top Fuel dragster. So, but yeah, I'm also flattered by the Kerouac comparison, and only that, you know, he wrote travelogues, and that's really a big part of what this book is about, is the pursuit of following the stars and the movers and shakers of drag racing, but really more on an underground level, and I think that's also where Kerouac dwelled.
Hey, well, you know, I love the title. I mean, that's an obvious one right off. Where does that come from?
Well, actually, Top Fuel Wormhole, the title was something I used in a story about the Champion Speed Shop. Yeah. And if you know the story of those guys from South San Francisco and how they terrorized the Northern California scene with their Top Fuel endeavors with a small block Chevy, and then they went away for a while, and they came back in the 90s and started terrorizing the Top Fuel scene again, albeit in the nostalgia Top Fuel circuit. Mm-hmm. But basically, you know, a wormhole is something that kind of goes like this and converges ultimately. It's the past and the future kind of coming together.
Right.
And so that was what I was ultimately getting at.
Well, you know, Cole, one of the things that's really cool about your book that you know, I read a lot of books, and I recently read the Mickey Thompson book, which I thoroughly enjoyed.
Yeah.
However, the thing that I really like about your book, you talk about a lot of teams that, okay, they were famous, like the Surfers and different people, but you talk about racing right now, 1999 at Terminal Island,
right,
or you know, 1995 at the Bakersfield March Meet. You talk about a lot of stuff that I can relate to because I was there.
Yeah, well, that was the thing, is the 90s were, I think, criminally underreported, particularly, you know, the non-corporate drag racing that was kind of existing.
The sportsman drag racing. I mean, that's basically what it was.
Yeah, it was sportsman, except that, you know, if you've got a super comp car, you can basically hot lap it in 20 minutes, and you're not burning pistons, much less window on the block every other pass. And what I found fascinating was these guys taking 1960s Top Fuel cars and kind of reinventing them in the 90s and into the 21st century, and basically every bit as catastrophic as anything you'd see on ESPN2 with The Big Show, but existing in this weird plane that wasn't getting that much attention. And that's probably why it worked, and I may have actually contaminated it by reporting on it.
You know? Well, I know